Hola, clase. Our topic for today is going to be adjective agreement. So make sure you have your notes out in front of you, and let's get started. So we've already started discussing adjective agreement. We know that adjectives must agree in two ways. We've got gender, masculine, and feminine, as well as number, singular and plural. Got it? So masculine, feminine, singular, and plural. All right, so let's ponder this. Do adjectives change in English to agree with the noun they are describing? Marinate it. Think of an adjective, okay? Think of a noun in English. Do we change them in English to agree? The answer is, drumroll please, no! We do not. We say pretty girls in English. We don't say pretties girls. And the other important note is in Spanish, we call this our cat-fat rule. Our adjectives come after the noun they are describing. So if we want to say pretty girls in Spanish, we say chicas bonitas. Chicas is our noun, and then bonitas is our adjective. So we call that our cat-fat rule. All right. There we go. So we're going to break down different adjectives and figure out their agreement rules. So first of all, we're going to start with adjectives that end in O. All right. Most adjectives that end in O have four different forms. Singular masculine, singular feminine, for example, hombre estudioso and mujer estudiosa. Plural, hombres estudiosos. Or we can make that plural to say mujeres estudiosas. Notice we have agreement in our adjective as well as our noun. So if it's hombres, we're going to make that to estudiosos. All right, here's your first opportunity to para y practica, stop and practice. I want you to hit pause, and I would like for you to translate those sentences into, or those phrases into Spanish, thinking about our agreement as well as our word order. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit pause, and then we'll review your answer shortly. Okay, let's see how you did. Nice teachers would be maestros simpáticos. A serious man would be hombre serio. Unorganized women, notice it's plural there, mujeres desorganizadas. So we have to have that agreement. All right, moving right along. Adjectives that end in E. Can you think of any adjectives that end in E? They only have two different agreement forms, I guess, if you will. Singular, E. Just the letter E. Mujer, inteligente. Notice mujer is feminine. And then mujeres, if we wanted to make it plural, inteligentes. So all we have to do is add an S to the end. Oops. So if it ends in E, it already agrees in the gender. So all we have to do is change it to singular or plural, if necessary. All right. And then we've got adjectives that end in a consonant. All right, remember a consonant or any other letter other than a vowel, right? Adjectives that end in consonants have two forms, okay? There we go. So we've got our consonants, R, L, N, W. The list goes on. All right, so we have director popular. Notice we don't have to do anything to that if it is singular. If we wanted to make it plural, directores populares. Okay, so if it ends in a consonant, then all we have to do is add es to the adjective to make it plural. All right, adjectives that end in dor. So these kind of have a separate rule. Adjectives that end in dor become feminine by adding an a to the end. So maestra trabajadora. Word be maestro trabajador, if we want to make it plural. And then they become plural, if it's in the masculine form, by adding es. So, perros habladores. Talkative dogs. Whatever. And then if we wanted to make it feminine, then we're going to add as our ending. So, chicas trabajadoras. Following me? Okay. So here is your second opportunity to stop and practice, para y práctica. You've got 7 different phrases that I want you to hit pause and work those out on your own. And then we'll go over your answers here after you've done. Okay, so go ahead and hit pause and then we'll see how you do. Okay, here we go. Hardworking teacher, and it's a guy. Maestro trabajador. Athletic moms. Madres atléticas. Talkative students, and they're girls, surprise. Estudiantes habladoras. So notice, remember, estudiantes, it ends in E, so it already agrees, but we have to change, so we know we're talking about girls, then we have to change that hablador to habladoras. Okay. Smart principals. Directores inteligentes. Strong man would be hombre fuerte. Artistic girls would be chicas artísticas. And then happy cats would be gatos felices. Alright, remember words that end in Z, if we make it plural, we change it to a C to keep the same sound. Something that we didn't talk about, but see if you remember. Bonus if you remembered that. Alright. That's the last practice that I have for you, but if you'll notice on your notes, you've got another section to do. We're going to check those in class to make sure that you are on the right track. And if you have any questions, please make sure that you jot those down so we can go over them in class. Thanks, guys. Luego!